I just want to be clear. A person with nerve damage in their feet that would typically require an amputation, you could relieve that.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. And avoid amputation.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Wow.
but you have to have Dellen's lens. And what I mean by that is you have to understand what he's seeing through his magnification with the knowledge that he has. That's a very important concept.
But I mean, look, forgive me. I have a daughter who's who has type 1 diabetes. So, and she's had it for 14 years and her A1C is pretty good and she's doing okay. But I'm not going to lie, this is for sure a fear I have of her future. And I would think that if there's any alternative to lopping off a foot or even a toe, people would be clamoring for it. And you're telling me this wasn't or hasn't been even like widely looked at?
Oh yeah, I mean, it actually is the opposite. So there's a philosopher by the name of Schopenhauer, and he says all new theories go through three phases. First, they're ridiculed. Then they get angry and persecute. And then the third phase is, oh, yeah, that's obvious. We all knew that. Let's go back to the 15th century guy by the name of Giordano Bruno. And he was a monk at the Vatican. And he woke up one day and said, you know what? I think I have a new theory that the earth is not the center of the universe. This is around Galileo's time. So he goes to the rest of the monks at the Vatican and said, he tells them the story. He said, oh my God. Bruno, the last name is Bruno. Bruno, we're going to put you down in the basement for about 3 years, give you a little slap therapy,
Yeah.
and see what you think. And he bring him up. And I said, what do you think now? He says, you know what? Not only do I think the Earth is not the center of the universe, I don't think the sun is either. And I think there's other galaxies. Oh, Jesus. No pun intended there. Took him outside, lit a fire, and burned him at the stake. So the Vatican has never apologized for that. Now, we all know that he was correct now. They didn't apologize, and that's the phase go through. So Dellen's going through that phase. They ridiculed him. Now, here's probably the brightest guy. Not probably. He is the most articulate person on the planet for this disease process. And I had the fortune to study with him. So I took it back to Scottsdale. I got the same treatment. What are you doing? The general surgeons, they don't have that skill set that I have. The neurologists for sure don't have that skill set. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Even if they understood what I just said is a compression neuropathy, they're not surgeons, so they couldn't fix it. They only can write a prescription, and that prescription is for medicine. That's what they do.